Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Stepsister from Planet Weird. And that last word pretty much describes this movie. It's from 2000. I'm pretty sure it's a Disney Channel movie. It was never a kind of thing that was in theaters. Uh, it's an hour and 25 minutes long. It's got a few names some of you might recognize, maybe from other Disney things. I'm not sure. Main characters are Courtney, Draper, Tamara Hope. Main actors, I should say, not the characters. I know Christine Hodge only because I had a little bit of a crush on her as when she was on a short-lived sitcom back in the 80s called Head of the Class. She now plays the mom of one of the girls who is marrying an alien. She just doesn't know it yet. This feels like it could have been a jumping off point for some kind of Disney series or a sitcom at least. It runs through a number of the main tropes. Surprisingly, no dead parent. Well, no, technically no dead parents. The alien dad and his daughter, his stepsister mentioned in the title, uh, they all are Zirconians or something, and it's like it sounds like the same alien name in every other movie. Not very creative, but they're bubble people who are this gaseous bubble people, and they were rebellious in the sense that there was a tyrant that was trying to control them all, and they were fighting against him. And at some point, mom's bubble broke, and she just joined the ether, which is just a really nice way of saying she's dead. So yeah, I mean, maybe their concept of death is completely different. The special effects to depict that alien planet are truly horrendous. Sorry for the people who probably worked really hard on that. I know they're, can't really say, people work hard on things. But even for its time, for year 2000, it was below video game cutscene quality. And they were fully digital scenes. Like, they were just creating a whole other planet of bubble people who they love to float, and somehow they may have had spaceships or something, but they had a city, so there was some sort of physicality to it. It's really hard to understand. Not that I was super paying attention, but that's my fault. So we got a girl. She's trying to get a cute boy who's dumb as dirt. She has a little brother, and she has a mom who's a little bit weird, but everybody loves windsurfing, so there's another like Disney cliche. It's another extreme sport or whatever. And honestly, it took them less than 30 seconds for them to say the word extreme, and her to describe herself as a completely normal teenager, but this is kind of extreme. It's like leftover 90s stuff. So yeah, that made me cringe 30 seconds in. It's indicative of its time, but still, come on. Um, anyway, she and her parents divorced because dad worked too much. They never say the D word, I don't think. They just sort of drifted apart or something. Anyway, while windsurfing, weird alien dude who looks human and not like a bubble um, meets mom while windsurfing, and he doesn't understand why he's letting the wind blow her around. He's very childlike and goofy, and you know he's meant to almost be a pastiche of other actors who are weird and alien. Little Jim Carrey here, little Robin Williams there. He dresses, funny, loud, and his hair is wild, and he sometimes gets kind of crazy. Uh, but it's silly crazy, and he's very affectionate and fun with the daughter. I gotta say her name, Megan and her brother. Their brother loves him. Megan's not so into him. At the same time, the little brother, thinks everybody is an alien, specifically the alien guy and his daughter. He keeps calling them aliens, and everybody's just like, wait, does he know? is no, okay, he doesn't. He's just a dumb kid. So it turns out the kid's right from the very beginning. And as you can probably see here in the background, they're afraid of wind. And unfortunately, what I'm showing you right here is like a scene from the climactic battle using hair dryers against the evil menace that follows them to Earth. And yeah, but for me, the weirdest thing storytelling wise is that we get a Dear Diary kind of voiceover from Megan from the start, telling about her dreams and all the things of being popular and getting the cute boy and having her parents back together and all those things. And then about 15 minutes into it, once we've met the other girl, the alien girl, they physically rewind the entire movie really quickly, and then they start with the alien girl's point of view doing her own diary. I don't understand why bubble people would have diaries, because their physicality would be completely different than, humans in which they would keep diaries. I don't know. It didn't make sense. But she had a diary too, and so her voiceover, which is very formal and regal and stiff, meant to differentiate how she's very different than the humans. Both of them do not like the idea of their parents marrying each other. And because the alien girl wants to go back to her boyfriend, who's also the son of the tyrant who runs their world, their alien world. And that comes into play later, which you knew was going to happen. But yeah, the two stepsisters, the future stepsisters, don't like each other at all. The alien girl now goes to school, and she's instantly popular with all the popular girls because she dresses weird and she says things about her essence that all the girls just sort of glom onto. And so she's like accidentally popular, which is something that Megan has to work at, she thinks. And it really matters a lot to her to be popular. I can't tell what is happening. It makes me think they're in Hawaii, but there's not a whole lot of Hawaiian stuff other than lots of surfing and windsurfing and guys who talk like this, they just catch a wave, that kind of stuff. Like the guy that she has a hots for, that guy right there. He's a total dunderhead. That's a fun word. So yeah, it's a thing. They live in the water, so it's a coastal town. It could be Florida, but I don't know if a lot of Floridians talk like that. It seemed like it would be a California, and Californians, I don't know any that talk like that. California or a Hawaiian thing. Either way, that's almost another Disney cliche. Anyway, the girls do not like each other. They do not get along, and guess what? They decide to team up in order to take down their parents and break them up. And they try to. It's a whole wacky sitcom premise that's been stretched into an 1.5-hour movie. Yes, again, 1 hour and 25 minutes. So, of course, it builds and builds. The parents keep falling for the manipulations of their daughters, and they almost get on the verge of breaking up. And then they talk, and they realize what's going on. And mom still doesn't know he's an alien. When everything starts going to hell, when the alien tyrant shows up right at the wedding and starts zapping people and freezing them into blocks. Whatever. It's not a great movie. Sorry, guys. I feel sad. I'm sure these people really worked hard on this, and I love Christine, but yeah, this is, I think it's meant to send a little special message for kids who are dealing with divorce and dealing with step siblings and step fathers or stepmothers and trying to merge families and things like that, which I know it can really be really difficult. But this is meant to probably speak to that mentality that the other person is not so different and they have their own story. They're dealing with their own stuff. And yeah, in that sense, it's a really, it's a message, but it's really weirdly executed, hence the name. My stepsister from Planet Weird. Yeah. And well, yeah, and then it even gets weirder when, of course, they team up, and the one girl still doesn't know that she's an alien. Then she knows she's an alien, and then it gets even. Then they, yeah, stuff gets wacky. Oh, by the way, they have a bunch of nice recurring cutaways. They do kind of Family Guy cutaways every so often, like where the surfer boy, they talk, every once in a while they mention how he like skated and down an entire mountain on his like roller blades, and then they show a shot of him literally just falling down a mountain, like pretty much injuring himself the whole way down, and then they admit that he more really fell down the mountain, didn't really skate down the mountain. And every time somebody mentions that where the cover story of where the alien dad and daughter are from, they say they're from the Yukon. Somebody always goes, nobody's from the Yukon. Nobody lives there. And they cut away to like the snowy scene. It says Yukon population low, and then cut away again later on. Yukon population still low. Like, yeah, those are funny little cutaways. Like they were some inspired little moments. But overall, yeah, this is not the kind of movie you're gonna watch twice. It's not gonna be a movie I'm gonna recommend, let's just say. But if you're interested in revisiting the 2000s and just good try Disney movies, here you go. Stepsister from Planet Weird. I've spent way too much time on this, so let's pick tomorrow's. 107. I think we had 107 already. I can't remember. I'm on. Let me check. That's what I'm here to do. 107. You looking at me? No, we didn't have this. It's a movie. All right. We did not have 107. I don't know what this is, but I can pretty much guess that it's meant for the teenage girls in our audience. It's 107 Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Yep, that's it. 107 Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Whew. This is going to be fun. I have no idea when this was made or what it's about, but we'll be back here tomorrow, and we'll talk all about it on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. See you then. Bye.